All right, so you've probably seen this term popping up everywhere, right? AI automation agency. But what does that even mean? Is it just some marketing buzzword, or is there something real there? That's what we're going to do today. We're going to tear down a real company piece by piece and see what's actually going on under the hood.
Yeah, so the hype is everywhere. You see all these wild promises, but let's just cut through all that noise for a second. What does one of these agencies really do? Like day to day? Who are they helping and what are they actually solving? That's the core question we're digging into.
Okay, so to get some real answers, we're going to zero in on one company. They're based in the UK called New Solutions AI. We're literally just using their own website as our guide here. And look at that, right off the bat. Their tagline, the Automation Development Agency. That's a pretty big clue right there.
And boom, just like that, their own words give us the first big piece of the puzzle. It's all about building custom AI. And custom is the magic word here. This isn't some software you just buy off a shelf. Nope. This is about creating something totally bespoke, designed to do very specific things, make a business run smoother, save them money, and help them grow. So, okay, their identity is automation development. Got it. But what does a client actually buy? You know, when they sign that contract, what are they getting? What does a custom AI solution even look like? When you look at how they pitch their value, you start to see a really clear pattern. See, they're not selling you AI gadgets or features. They're selling business results. Listen to the words they use: tailored services, maximum efficiency. It's like they're not a department store selling suits off the rack. They're a tailor, measuring a client's specific problems and crafting a solution that fits them, and only them, perfectly. Okay, but optimizing processes, I mean, that sounds cool and all, but it's still pretty abstract, right? So how does that actually play out in a real project? What does it look like? So if we poke around in their projects and testimonials sections, you can see the formula in action. It's super clear. They take a specific business headache and match it with a specific AI fix. Is a client's operation a total mess? The answer is custom automation. Do they need to get better at talking to their customers? Boom, AI-powered chatbot. It's a very straightforward problem-solution kind of deal. Now, it's not just about the nuts and bolts of what they do. New Solutions AI wraps their whole philosophy in this really big, ambitious promise. And this really sets the entire tone for how they work with their clients.
And here it is, their big headline slogan. And while this is a bold statement, if you could imagine it, we can build it. Think about that. That's more than just a catchy line. It's a signal. They're telling their clients, hey, we don't have a limited menu of options. You bring us your craziest idea, your biggest dream. Your imagination is the blueprint.
But, you know, a promise that huge could just feel like hot air, right? It needs to be tied to something real. And here it is. They anchor all that creative freedom to one simple, critical thing: driving measurable results. This is the bridge. This is how they connect that imagine anything idea to the actual bottom line results that a business needs to see.
Okay, so they've got this awesome promise, and it's tied to real results. But if you're a potential client, you're obviously thinking, yeah, but can you actually do it? Where's the proof?
And this is their main piece of evidence. It's a client testimonial. But what makes this so good are the details. The client doesn't just say, it was great. No, they call out the chatbot's accuracy, even the quality of its voice. And that last line, beyond my expectation, I mean, come on. That's the exact kind of proof you need to back up a big claim like, we can build anything.
All right, let's take a step back. We've looked at who they are, what they sell, what they promise, and how they prove it. So what's the big takeaway here? Let's boil everything we learned from looking at New Solutions AI into a simple model you can use to understand any company like this.
So when you strip it all down, the whole business model really runs on this simple 4-step engine. First, you identify a very specific client problem. Second, you build a completely custom solution to solve it. Third, you promise that this solution will deliver real, measurable results. And fourth, you back it all up with proof from happy clients. That's it. That's the playbook. That is what an AI automation agency does.
So
What this whole deep dive really shows is this fascinating shift, right? We might be moving away from that old one-size-fits-all software world and into something way more personal, way more focused on actual results. And that leaves us with a pretty huge question to chew on. Is getting this kind of tailored AI not a luxury anymore? Is it becoming the new essential standard for any business that actually wants to grow? Thanks for digging into this with me today on The Explainer.